Hello to you, fellow being. Infinite Spiral here, and it's time for some more Kerbal Space Program. So, in the previous episode, we managed to bring this Class B asteroid out to the Gargantuan station. We did that with the, where'd it go? There it is, the Asteroid Delivery Service, Phase 2. And, it should have completed our contract, but it did not for some reason. I think the problem was when I launched that, the Asteroid Delivery Service, I believe that it counted that as the newest vessel, and it doesn't have an antenna built into it, so that canceled out that requirement. And so, even though this one had previously earned this check mark, it, negated that. So that, I think, is what caused the problem. Now, I was instructed to try docking the delivery service with the station in the hopes that that would fix the problem. Didn't realize just how poorly I located those. It's not very friendly for the docking, but, well, especially with that, since all of the docking ports over here on the Asteroid are on the sides, so that isn't going to work very well if I want to leave those deployed. And beyond that, I think I've got a potential solution that will work even better. I kind of want to dock with it anyway, just because, there's no reason to leave this thing just drifting, and it's right there. So I'm going to give that a little bit of a try. It might be smarter to do that with the station itself, since it has more fuel. In fact, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, switching back, I'm going to go ahead and undeploy, or retract, these, Communitron 8888s. Interesting name. And let us see if we can maneuver this thing, since it's attached all ridiculously on the side like this. Also, I was told that you can actually, indeed, target center of mass. Okay, so that tells you plenty. It just puts it on your nav ball, but still, that's very useful information. So, you can rename the asteroid too. Interesting. We don't need to have that as a target, but we actually want that as our target. I have to go to the map screen to do that. And can I target like so? Hello. No, I don't want to. There we go. Oh, gimme. Stop trying to make maneuvers. I just. Why you gotta be so difficult? I'm zoomed all the way in, so it's being very finicky. So perhaps we'll just do this manually. No targeting involved. So it's off of that away. Just double check that I can't, yeah. No targeting available. So let's see if I can figure out my orientation with this thing. It's a little bit weird. So pulling up twists it this way, so pitching left is going to be my pulling up maneuver based on my orientation. Oh, I should have designed this thing better, but I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, and if we can cancel that a bit, that was too far. And after we attempt this, I will go try the other fix, provided that this one doesn't work. And once that's done, we're going to spend the rest of today completing this Moon 3 course. And that will be relatively easy. I've already set up a craft for it. It's just the Ike-alicious lander with a few minor modifications, because I know that that thing can already do the job of getting to Ike. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. I should have known better. I mean, we could, twist this thing around a little bit, but it wouldn't be enough to actually be effective. I guess I could detach, go out, and dock with the thing, and then try and fly it back here, but that would also be just as much of a clusterfuck because of the way that we have our grappling hooks and the docking ports on that one. It would be basically the exact same setup. So I'll switch back and try and bring it over here with these extremely little fuel that it has. Yeah, very, very, very minimal, but it might be possible. I might also have to fix that twist or spin that we gave that thing, but maybe we'll be okay. Alright, if we can figure out... Nope, that's upside down. There we go. That's the orientation. So just this tiny little boost over in that direction. And then a time warp to get closer. And then a correction. Yeah, this is, like I said, because I can't set it as a target on the map screen, it's giving me trouble. This is going to be entirely manual and probably a bit sloppy. Oh well. I'll have to just make do. This is gonna be rough. Especially since I didn't put RCS on this thing, so it's all very, very touchy. Oh man. Come on. Come on. Come on, get the magnetism. Oh, 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 got it. Okay, that was way easier than I expected it to be. I sort of can't believe that that worked. Oh, I could have set it as a target. Crap. Oh well, docking complete. Excellent. And indeed, that did not give us the check mark. So, sort of as expected. But, wow, this thing looks very special now. Let's set to control from here, I guess. No reason to really to do any of this, but... Yep, so that didn't work, and we're now all docked up very nicely. And, yeah, time to go try the secondary fix from the Space Center. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just launch, basically we're going to set up for our next mission that's approaching anyway, not the Ike lander, the Moon 3 Courser. Spelled with a K, of course. And yeah, so like I said, I just made some minor modifications to the Ike lander. We took off a cockpit that was up top, because it only needs one. We're also at the same time going to rescue... I don't remember who it was. I think it's Jeb. Yeah, we're going to rescue Jeb from orbit. He got kind of stuck there from the return on Gilly. Or on the return from Gilly, rather. Got my ons and froms reversed. But yeah, so we're going to launch with this cockpit empty and go grab Jeb on the way out from Kerbin, and then take him on this Moon 3 course, just for fun. But yeah, so I replaced the top cockpit with this probe core just so we can take an empty cockpit, and that's about all we really did. I also threw all of the science onto an action group because I know how those work now, and I need to utilize them more. But we also just need to throw... We already have solar panels. We just need to put an antenna on this thing. So I'm pretty sure that's the requirement. What is it? Station with an antenna. Oh, a docking port. Okay, I'm glad I checked. So I'm also going to have to throw a docking port on this thing somewhere. I'll put it on the bottom stage, just so it gets dropped, because we don't really need it. But we do need it for the check mark. So, let's just get to this real quick. In fact, I'll put the antenna on the bottom stage too. Let's throw that on. That'll probably give it some twist, but oh well. And the docking port. Let's see. I don't know if we might have to use one of these radial attachment points. That remains to be seen. Nope, we don't. So we will just throw a couple of these on somewhere where they won't clip. Hopefully. Okay, there's a spot right there. Just throw two of those on like so. And that will also introduce twist. Hopefully not so much as... Ah, crap, that is clipping. I know that doesn't really cause any problems in terms of performance. I just don't like it. I don't like how it looks. I don't like it. It's unrealism. Unrealism indeed. That does work. Okay. So now that's done, We just need to take this thing out to the launch pad and see if it gives us that check mark. So we'll save that and launch. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Where are you? Build a new station that has an antenna, docking port, and can generate power. Indeed, that did fix it. So now we've got that check mark. We just need to go back to the Space Center, into the tracking station, and go control the Gargantuan station again. And... damn it! Even that fix didn't work. Son of a bitch. Well, I have no solutions. I am all out. Aside from, bringing this thing out and attaching it all over again. Which I guess we could do, but I don't think the payout for that contract is gonna, justify the cost involved. Because that's just ridiculous. Ah! Man, that bugs the crap out of me. Well, maybe if we can... it's a big maybe. If we brought the Moon Courser out, do its mission out to Ike and Duna, get those flybys, and then maybe push its orbit into Eve. Get a flyby over here, and if we got within 2 kilometers of this, then maybe we'd be able to switch over manually and get that check mark involved somehow. I really don't know. It seems very stupid to me. That's a bad glitch. Bad glitch, and it's not really even a glitch. It's just an error with the way they've set this up with the contracts and such. But alas, we're gonna have to worry about that later, I think. We still have 30 years to worry about it, I believe, or maybe closer to 20-something. What is it? Where are you? Build the station around Eve. Yeah, all that crap. Okay, so that'll pay off $700,000. That's why I accepted it in the first place. It's a pretty decent payout. Yeah, I accepted some more contracts as well. We'll worry about those in later episodes. But, so yeah, we've got 24 years left on this one. And I'm just going to take a look real quick at what the cost of the original launcher was. Okay, so the Eavestroid delivery service was $162,000, and then the Gargantuan was $200,000. So yeah, we've already spent approaching $400,000 just sending all of that stuff out there. Now, part of that was recouped, or will be recouped, when we bring Jeb back with all of his Eve science, or not Eve, but Gilly science, because that will complete the other contract that we have that we were working on out there. I'll have to think about this for a minute. Okay, I have come up with a compromise, and we're not going to attempt it in this particular episode. But that compromise, we're also going to start our Moon 3 courser. But yeah, the compromise is going to be that I will build a cheaper ship, something much smaller that will cost less, and just, have a docking port and an antenna on it and solar panels, so it gets that check mark that we're missing, and then we'll send that out to Eve and dock it with the station. I think that will work. I could potentially try it with this one, but that's pushing the mission further than I'd like, and I really want to get Jeb back here so we can actually get that Gilly contract completed. So that is the plan. Let's get this thing out into orbit and ready for the Jeb rescue. Liggity launching! Just now noticed Bill Kerman jumped in. That was stupid. Why would they automatically put Bill in on a probe flight? Alright, well, can we... No, because we left, we can't revert back to building, so... Back to the Space Center. And let's just recover this thing. And then launch a new one without Bill in it. Damn it, Bill. Ruin everything. Alright, that's more like it. So we need to take this thing up to a reverse orbit, because that's what Jeb is in, and he's actually way out ahead of us. I did not expect that. I thought, last time I looked at the screen, he was still way back here, but I guess some time has gone by, so let's just launch so we can get up to him before he gets too much further away. Might have been smarter to wait for him to actually go around and catch up to us since he's on such a low orbit, but I think we can manage it. There's a little bit of wiggle room. So let's just get to it. We are approaching rapidly. Let's just get ready to switch over and get this rendezvous done with. I could do a retro burn right now, but I'm basically just going to hop in there. No, it's not going to get close enough to actually switch. I could control it from the map screen, but I didn't think about it, so wrong way. Alright, well, let's just do a retro burn instead. Oh, so dumb. My planning is so poor, and this is extremely wasteful. Just, canceling all of what we already did. That's okay. We've got plenty of fuel. It's no problem. Okay. Well, we only have a 165, that's 162 meters per second difference in velocity, so we're going to come control this, hop out, and just EVA with Jeb over there. Well, this hasn't cooled off, of course, because we're not in atmosphere, and I guess radiation is a very slow method of cooling off. So, here we go. Let go. And let's jet over there. So I was told that EVA propellant on these EVAs is roughly 500 meters per second of delta V. So we started with 162 difference. That means we don't have to double that necessarily. We just need to hit, 163 at a minimum. And yeah, we'll eventually start catching up. And that'll be that. So once this number stops growing, we'll know that we've reached 0 difference. And when it starts shrinking, then we'll be traveling faster than the Moon 3 courser. Probably shouldn't even have bothered burning at all, but I wanted to drop that difference in velocities. So anyway, let's just get to that. Okay, we're approaching. And now the time warp. Alright, so it's way out there. What do our orbits look like right now? So we're inside up until there. So we'll be catching up for a while. I think it would be smarter to start burning radial out now, because I don't think... I think we'll be passing it long before that intersect on our orbits, our respective orbits. So let's just do this, and we'll continue to approach, and that'll have, some effect on our orbit at its current setting, and we're almost through half of our fuel, our EVA propellant. Okay, and now, yeah, we've got a much sooner rendezvous now, so we're going to go ahead and time warp for a little while, and just keep an eye on where things are. Okay, so it's right down there. We're going to cancel off some of our velocity and start going down towards it. And time warp some more. Oh, that was too much. It zoomed right past. Come back! Come back, you Moon 3 courser, you! Ah, yeah, we'll be just fine. I knew this was the right course of action. Oh, it's still getting further away. Crap. I stopped propelling towards it, thinking that we were getting closer, but I was wrong. Okay. And apparently we are stuck at roughly this distance, so keep going. Okay, here it comes. Getting closer and closer, and as it passes us, Obviously, we have to match its trajectory and get all that and rendezvous. So let's just fast forward for you until we get Jeb inside. It's getting a little ridiculous at this point. This is simple. You know how it works. Ooh, getting a little low on the EVA propellant. Alright, so this was a little more dangerous than I thought, but we just barely managed it. I guess I shouldn't say that so soon. We're not in yet. But here we are. And board. Excellent. Okay. Jeb is in. We're ready to go. Now for the rest of this mission. Hello, special angle for the camera looking at Kerbin's atmosphere. Anyway, so what we need to do, yes. What we need to do is get ourselves out to Duna and Ike. So it looks like we're actually relatively close to where we should be making our preparations. I'm just going to check and see what kind of maneuver this is going to be. Okay, so we're still coming in pretty far behind us. Behind it, rather. I think we should just wait a little while for Kerbin to move into a better position. Because we'll start catching up after a short while. So let's just delete that maneuver. And get to the time warping. And, because we're still so close to the planet, I'm just going to double check. Indeed, we are just fine on our orbit. No, we're not dipping into atmosphere at all. But I'm going to head back to the tracking station because you can time warp much, much faster from there. You don't have to worry about your positions and orbits and altitudes and such. So here we go. Okay, so it's probably been, roughly 3 or 4 months in terms of, Kerbin going around and approaching Duna. I had a good setup, or at least I had a good planetary alignment, but the moon was in the way. I had to time warp for another week just to get it out of there. But we've got our maneuver all set up for the rendezvous, or at least with the encounter. And it's going to be apparently an 8-minute burn, which we do not have on this particular stage of this engine. So I think it'll be okay. We wasted way too much fuel messing around with the Jeb rescue part. This could have been done much, much better. I very foolishly did this. I did this very foolishly, but I think we'll still be okay, because there's, a lot of fuel and a lot of force in these to finish the rest of the mission. I think it will be fine. So, I do believe what we're gonna do is just make that burn. And I think we're gonna start it at T-minus 6 minutes sounds about right. Yeah, T-minus 6. That's when we'll start this burn. Like so. And we will just find out how effective this is going to be. Okay, apparently I chose the wrong time to start it. These things are actually more powerful, or either that or we just dropped so much weight with that it, our burn time is now much lower than I expected it to be, so gonna go ahead and finish this burn at T-minus 50... Wait a minute, that's not how math works. T-minus 46. Yes. No. Yeah, T-minus 50. That's the right time. That was right when I started. Okay, zoomed right past T-minus 50 seconds. Alas. Foolishness. Always the foolishness. That's okay. It's not that sensitive. We'll get it. We'll get it just fine. I'm sure we're already on an escape course. Or not quite. There it is. And hello, Minmus. Or, yeah, there was a Minmus encounter that we had there, apparently. But now it's gone. And we still have a moon encounter. Need to get away from that. Get out of here, moon. You're always causing problems. Yeah, I definitely started this whole maneuver too soon. But right now we are looking at... Yeah, we've already got our... I think. Let's... No. We've burnt out too far, apparently. I'm just going to drop this maneuver. And yeah, we went too far. So we can make adjustments as we... I mean, roughly after we escape from Kerbin. I don't want to worry about, moon and Minmus encounters. So let's just get out there like so. So I am going to figure out what our best setup will be to get this encounter back. I think maybe if we do something over here, it'd probably be more effective to do it sooner, or more efficient to do it sooner. Let's just check out what we can do here at the periapsis. Yeah, that does the job all right. We just need to fix our inclination a little bit. That should be no problem. Yep, that gets us our Duna encounter with an 18-second burn. Excellent. So let's just time warp over there. Or, let's time warp until we get a minor encounter with Kerbin again. Okay, there we go. Let's get pointed over here, make our 18-second burn. And we get ready for the Duna flyby. Alright, so we haven't quite got it yet. I think it's just our inclination at this point that needs to change. Let's take a look over here, make sure that we're actually crossing orbit. And yes, we are. So yeah, inclination, which means we need to burn towards the south. Where are you, south? There you are. Quick adjustment until we get an encounter to show up. Apparently, okay, yeah, separation is shrinking. Okay, well that's not all that was wrong then. So let's just check another maneuver real quick and see what was wrong. Do we just need a little more retrograde? Yeah, we do. Okay. Don't need the encounter, or words. Don't need the maneuver node. We just need to burn retrograde. Okay, and now we've got our Duna encounter. So let's get out to it. Alright, we are in a Duna encounter. Where are you, Duna? I don't see you. You're somewhere. Oh, there you are. Right over there. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at what we've got here. We don't necessarily need to orbit Duna, or do we? I mean, we need an encounter with Ike. So, let's just check to see if we've got our Duna flyby already. Yes, we do. Excellent. Oh, we're not even at the encounter yet. Never mind. Let's continue until we get there. There we go. Okay. And focus on Duna, just to make things easier. So Ike is way in there. So yeah, we're gonna orbit. Just a retro burn here. A little too much there. Alright, and that gives us an orbit around Duna and get it a little bit closer to Ike's. That's a little too far. But yeah, we're basically going to get our periapsis roughly out to Ike's, so 2 million, 2.8 million roughly. That's what we need our periapsis to be at. That'll do. And then when we get out there, we'll, alter it and fix our inclination and figure out how we're going to meet up with Ike. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should just set up our encounter to get to Ike immediately. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. So it's out there at that point, which means we might actually be able to do something. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so we can get our Ike flyby right there with a 1 minute burn, roughly. And then at that point we'll be flying out onto a Duna escape, which is just fine. Except, yeah, it's no big deal. I was gonna say we could use Duna as a gravity assist, but I think we'd use more fuel in that process than just getting back out to the escape and burning back to Kerbin. So yeah, let's go make this burn real quick. And I imagine we're starting to... Oh, we've already lost 2. That was dumb. And here I thought we still had all of our engines, or all of our fuel tanks full. Yeah, my mistake. No big deal. Hopefully. Yeah, with that information in mind, I probably should have started the burn slightly sooner, but it's no big deal. None of this is a big deal. It's all super simple and easy. So I will meet up with you again once we've got our Ike encounter set up. Alright, we have our Ike encounter, and Periapsis is, you know, sort of that distance, almost 100 kilometers. And that's just fine. We don't need to have anything specific, we just need to have an encounter with Ike. And that'll get us our flyby credit. Wow, didn't occur to me just how many times it was going to go around while we fell towards it. Alright, we've got our Ike flyby done. Easy peasy. And we're almost out of fuel on this stage, so those will be dropping as we fly out of the system. See ya. Bye-bye, Ike. Continue. I know. Bye-bye, Duna. Alright. Now, where are we? We are there, and we are heading out, which is just fine. There it goes. Okay. Now to set up our Kerbin return and be done with this. Well, apparently with a 4.5 minute burn that brings us inside of Moho's orbit, we can meet up with Kerbin on this pass, which is nice, provided that we actually have that kind of fuel. I don't necessarily know that we do. We're definitely going to lose this stage pretty soon, and after that there's, I don't know, like 2 minutes of burn maybe on the next stage? Which means that there would be a little more than 2 minutes on the last stage, which means we'd be cutting it very, very close. But that's all based on my estimations, which have no basis in in reality. They're just guesses, basically. So I think what I'm going to do is quick save right here and just give it a shot, just to find out. And if we get it, then, you know, that'll be it. I mean, obviously, we still have to meet up with the moon. Ooh. Yeah, if we run through all of our fuel, then we won't be able to, you know, make the more intricate maneuvers we need to set up our moon encounter, because we do need to fly by the moon. Probably should have done that on the way out of system, but I wanted to get out to Duna. I thought it'd be easier to hit the moon on the way back. So, let's just find out how this goes. Alright, so we've got it, and a little bit of fuel left over. Don't know how I feel about that. I think it'll still be enough to actually get everything done. It's just a question of being very, very careful. And also, I'm a big old dummy. I brought all of this science equipment along, and with the intention of using it on our Duna and Ike flybys, but I completely forgot. Totally forgot it was there. And for some reason I can't get my clicking to give me the ability to open that and show things. So, oh well. Okay, now it's giving me... I don't know if it's the mods or just the game, but there are bugs. There are definite bugs. In any case, let's get down to our Kerbin encounter. And also, when we get to our periapsis, I believe we will make alterations to this particular trajectory just to get down into Kerbin atmosphere and get some aero braking going on, because we're going to need it. So here we go. I came pretty close to a Moho flyby right there. That would have been interesting. Oh, well, that wasn't our plan. That wasn't our target. Okay. We're at periapsis, and let us just see what we can do. If we can get our maneuver set up on the right line. Yeah, there we go. So 3 minutes away, that should be enough time to figure out what we're doing here. Just want to focus over here. Didn't. Damn it. I totally forgot to add the maneuver before focusing. There, add maneuver. Okay. So we're going to aim for about, I'm thinking 40 kilometers. If we can get that kind of precision, it's going to be tough. But that's basically what we want to go for, because if we go lower than that, it'll be a full capture that brings us down to the surface. But I think if we stay at 40, that might give us just a capture that brings us into orbit, and then we can mess with things to get to the moon. So that's the basic plan, and that is apparently a 17-second burn. I think we can handle that. So let's just get that. Actually, it's almost entirely based on our... So maybe we should make that maneuver at the ascending or descending node. That might be more efficient. Yeah, let's just take a look at this, and we don't have any nodes. Why don't we have any nodes? That's odd. That's very odd indeed. Okay, well, in that case, we'll just do it right here. We need to focus again on Kerbin just so we can watch this happen in real time. Since I deleted the maneuver node prematurely, apparently. A little bit premature, but there we go, coming on down. And now we're just gonna do this at a very low thrust for maximum effectiveness. Okay, so now the rest will be... I mean, we could do retro or radial out. I think we'll start with retro. That's going to be the more sensitive of the two, and then we'll do the last bit. Well, actually, that might just work. Yeah. Nope, that was too much. Alright, well, let's radial that out. I think that will be easier. Nope. A little bit somewhere between the two. Might give it the nice balance of sensitivity. Okay, well, that's still lower than I'd like, but it's also changing pretty rapidly because we're still so far away and it's so sensitive, so we will make final alterations as we approach it. Wow, we came close enough to the sun to make everything dangerously hot. That was unexpected. I guess I could have seen that coming. Hey, we can take some science here by the sun. Don't have any of that kind of science. Well, we don't get anything. I guess we've got that before. We have all of this science. Crap. Damn it. Well, that's weird. Okay, well, in any case, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get over to Kerbin and work on our capture and moon encounter. And we've been captured, or at least we have our Kerbin encounter. You know, we might be able to just mess with this trajectory to get our moon flyby. Potentially. No, if it was on the side closer to Kerbin, or closer to us from Kerbin, we could fly by it on our way in, but we need to get slowed down by atmosphere. So yeah, we're gonna have to go for the aero braking maneuver. And that's definitely much lower than I would like. We are going to radial out. to about there. I think that will do the job, hopefully. I'm concerned, so I'm going to quick save here. Here goes. Alright, here we are, and we've already crossed periapsis. Why? And I left my solar panels deployed. That could have been bad. And also, we are still on an escape course. So yeah, that was definitely not the right choice. I feel like... yeah, I'm pretty sure that my periapsis got raised on the time warp, perhaps. I don't know for certain. So I'm just gonna go back to that quick load, because that was ugly. Okay, let's bring that let's bring that altitude or periapsis down to, I guess, 37. Yes. That might do the job. Don't have much fuel to work with. Gotta be very careful. There. Quick save again. Test this out. Goddamn time warp. As I said, we will test this out. There you go. You stop the time warp when we hit atmosphere. Oh, and let's retract the solar panels. Can we do that? Would you let me click? God. Well, we might lose the solar panels. That's okay. We've got lots of batteries, lots of energy storage. Yep, they're gone. That's no problem. We can live without them. Let's watch our orbit or our trajectory. See if this was close enough. Looks like it might not have been. We are coming in very hot. A lot of speed. Yep, that's not going to do it. We need to bring it lower. What is it that's almost broken? It is the probe core. Lovely. That's bad. That's probably gonna... well, it's fine if it breaks off, because we've got Jeb in there controlling things. We'll just lose one little parachute, and we've got plenty of radials to make up for it, so... that's okay. Back to the quick load. So this is a definite learning experience. Lots of experimentation here. Okay, so we're gonna bring that down to... I guess 30. Normally, I don't know. I would think that bringing it that low would turn into a full-on descent, but there we go. Let's see what this does. Apparently SAS is malfunctioning. Don't know what's going on with that. Something seems broken. Why is this happening? Why is my game broken? Ah, this looks nice. I never came in here before. Anyway. I was hoping that would fix the clicking problem. Apparently it did not. So, yeah. I guess we'll just live with not having functional SAS. It's boggling. Anyway, back to the test. I would love to not lose my solar panels, but they just won't let me retract them. And there they go. Oh, things are exploding. I was not looking. It was probably the probe core. No. I do not know what it was. Hopefully nothing important. Seems like everything's still intact. Oh, never mind. No, Jeb's still there. He's just not down here, and I don't know why. But I think... yeah, we might get an orbit out of this. I think we will. It's gonna be close. definitely gonna be close. Yeah, we're not getting an orbit out of it. Crap. Man, coming in so fast, it's ridiculous. We don't have enough fuel to really... We don't have any fuel. Any fuel. Is that what we lost? We lost, something. I don't understand. I think perhaps, there are glitches happening. Yeah, because our engine is clearly there, but it's not giving us access to it anymore. Anyway, back to the quick load. Okay, everything's fine. And SAS is still broken. Oh, this game. Or the mods. Probably the mods. No way of really telling, but, you know what? Maybe I should just restart this and see if that fixes these problems. I don't like having, you know, technical errors like this happening. That is a bit of a bother. So yeah, we've already got the quick save in place. I'm gonna go do that real quick. Be right back. Okay, I am back and SAS is definitely fixed. So that's nice. Let's check the clicking, and the clicking is fixed as well. Alright, that's what I like to see. Now, what is going on with everything? Let's just see if we can actually do this. So we've got our periapsis at 37, which is still too high. We brought it down to 30, or 29 even, and that was even then still too high. So I think we might be doomed. Doomed to escape Kerbin. Or doomed to explode, one of the two. But I'm just gonna keep tooling around with it and see if we can actually get something that works. But I'm pretty sure that dipping, you know, this deep into the atmosphere is just gonna break everything that matters on the ship. So here we go. 17 kilometers. Yep, here we go. Okay. I think my biggest mistake... Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Jeb, I'm pretty sure he dies immediately. And, oh yeah. Oh wow. It definitely does not work to sink that deep into atmosphere. Holy crap. Alright, well, lesson learned. My biggest mistake was making that ridiculous, you know, hugely parabolic orbit. My escape from Duna back down to Kerbin. I should not have tried to do it that way. I should have just brought it down from Duna's orbit to Kerbin's. And then, you know, let it go for a few years while we worked on a better approach. Because doing that 8-minute burn or whatever it ended up being, that gave us way too much velocity to burn off in atmosphere. So that is a hard lesson learned, and we are, I guess, doomed, and Jeb is gonna be stuck for a while. He's no longer gonna be such an easy rescue in that, you know, Kerbin. Why did I do this to Jeb? Why did I do this to myself? That contract. We're losing more and more time. Well, actually, no, the Gilly Science contract was the one that he's carrying and that we need to bring back. And that one doesn't have a time limit, so that's actually fine. Now, the Moon 3 course that we have just pretty much failed to complete. Ah, damn it. It's so stupid. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Maybe we can get our moon flyby, and then he'll have credit for that, and the contract will finish. You know, we don't have a lot of, whole lot of fuel, but we might be able to actually do something. So let's... Okay, now my maneuver ability. Why? Why does everything break? Is my clicking broken again, too? No, that's fine. Okay, well, I guess we'll be going manually. Let's see. It's gonna be a radial in, I believe. And because we're this far out, it should be possible, I think. We're gonna keep an eye on fuel and just see what we can do. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get our moon flyby. You know, if we did some atmospheric braking, and yeah, definitely not happening there. So back to the quick load. So right now we're just, you know, we're just working on a salvage job. Ugh, why did I do this to myself? Alright, bring those in, and I'll quick save again after doing that, just so I don't have to do it again after the next time this fails. But yes, we are going to just dip down into atmosphere right here where we have it, because that doesn't break anything important. We can even bring it in a tiny bit more. That should be fine. And then once we get down to periapsis, we can see about setting up a moon encounter just with... That's a ridiculous burn. That's never gonna happen. Alright, screw it. Let's just get down there. Yeah, because when we come in, the moon is basically 90 degrees, well, not quite 90, but yeah, like 70, 60 some odd degrees off from where we are, so that's a pretty heavy angle to try and work with. Especially since we know that we can't get an orbit. If we could get an orbit, it'd be just fine. But here we come for this. I don't know, if we came in engine first, we might be a little better off, but yep, there goes something. It was Jeb. No, it's not Jeb. It's the, oh my gosh. This whole time I've been panicking about nothing. We were just controlling, the probe core by itself every time that stuff broke. It was just the adapter that was breaking. Okay, well that changes things. We've got the probe core. There it goes. I was gonna say it was embedded, but it wasn't. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Yeah, still ugly. What kind of a burn? If we just try and radial in, pretty damn sizable. And if we were to try and retro, it's also extremely large. Yeah. There's no salvaging this. We're doomed. We are doomed indeed. So, I'm just going to quick load one last time. And what I'm going to do is... I don't even know. I'm defeated. Sad. We could try for another super low approach, but we just can't bleed off enough velocity without, you know, exploding everything, so... I guess let's try 25 kilometers and just see what that does. Because we never tried that particular altitude. Alright. So, let's give it a test. And if Jeb survives, then we'll see. Or we could, you know, time warp right past it. That works too. Damn you, time warp. Retry. And I'm also going to try going in engine first. Nope, we're not allowed to go in engine first. Just too much mass in the front of the thing. Oh well. So we'll just tumble our way in. Watch that adapter break. That's fine. You go ahead and brake. Nobody cares. Switch over to Jeb. And we're still falling. Let's just watch this happen. Alright, it's bending. And Jeb is still fine. And we're definitely slowing down quite a bit more. This might do it. Oh my goodness. We may have an actual orbit. Oh my. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. We have orbit. Beautiful. And what is our altitude right now? We are still in the 30s. So, yeah, I might have screwed up. We might have actually managed to get a nice, easy orbit earlier with a slightly higher altitude. So we can do this. We can salvage this mission. It took quite a bit of experimentation to figure that out, but yeah, we can absolutely do this. So I'm just gonna push that apoapsis back up. Like so. And yeah, we're almost to the point where the decay is gonna stop. And we're gonna have to alter it to actually meet up with the moon. And where is it going to be? I think we need to radial in. If we want to set the moon as a target. What is it? Oh, our inclination is way off. That's the problem. Let's just fix that, get rid of that. Yeah, we might not have enough fuel to actually get that, but this is beautiful. At the very least, we're in orbit of Kerbin, and that means that it's salvageable. That's all that matters. But we're gonna test this out, see if we can get that down. And yeah, the moon's way out there, so we do need to radial in. And we can get a flyby with that burn is, it's a little too much. And right there, that is pretty much the minimum that we would have to, well, if we bring our inclination down even more, we might be able to get an encounter sooner. Nope, that's it right there. Yeah, so roughly a 30-some-odd second burn. I don't know if we have it. I think we probably don't. But I'll make an attempt. Make my best attempt at it. At the very least, as I said, we have this orbit, and, you know, we could... Ooh, we might be better off reserving our fuel for pushing our periapsis up and then just sticking with this orbit. Because well, we'd still have to push the apoapsis up as well. I don't know. I also deleted my... that's right, because I was just going to fix inclination for now. So the east ascending node. Let us head south. And watch those change over. Yeah, we don't have it. So it's going to be a radial out and prograde, which is this way. I was already pointed at it. Did not realize. So that was inefficient. Yeah, definitely more radial out. And there goes the fuel. Yep, we don't have it. Back to the quick load. So I've come to realize that as time goes on, these missions are just going to keep getting longer and longer. And correspondingly, each video is going to take longer to, you know, edit and render and all that. So, I mean, just to give you an idea of where I'm at, it's already commonplace for each episode to take upwards of 12 hours to record and then edit and render and upload and all that good stuff. And so, as a result of that, I am going to be dropping down to 2 episodes every week. I'm going to be doing Tuesday and Friday, so new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. So, yeah. Anyway, getting back to it. We went in at 25 kilometers, and we've got our orbit. I'm just going to use what little fuel I have to bring our orbit out to a stable height. It's not going to cost very much at all. That's fine. I'm defeated. I don't like it, but it's just how it is. And if I can push my apoapsis out to the moons and still have a little bit of fuel left, then we might be able to set up a moon encounter at some point in the future. because we still do have like 80 years, or probably in the 70s of years now, to actually get this thing done. But do I not have any engines? Am I out of fuel? Oh no, we're working. Never mind. So let's just keep an eye on that. Get it above 70. Okay, and we still have a little bit of fuel. I'm going to warp to periapsis, and actually I won't even bother. I'll just set up a maneuver and see how much it's going to cost to push out to the moon's orbit, because we do still also have to fix our inclination. So if we can do both of those things, then I'll leave it basically intersecting with the moon's orbit, and maybe at some point it'll interact and we'll get that flyby. If not, we could always bring another ship out. And, well, no, that wouldn't work because it has to be in the same ship. We can't bring any fuel because it doesn't have any docking ports. Oh, why did I do this to myself? I am such a fool. Alright, so a 16-second burn will get me that, at least that setup for a moon encounter at some point in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong place. I thought we were way back here orbiting out somehow. I got confused. But yeah, should still be roughly the same. And we will do that and probably end it here. I wish this could have been more successful, and it could have been if I had thought ahead about things, but I failed to consider just how fast we'd be coming into Kerbin from that ridiculous elliptical orbit from Duna, so that's my fault. I got nobody to blame but myself. Alright, moment of truth. No, somehow the maneuver node has moved drastically. Why? I mean, we did go around a few times, but yeah, that's clearly wrong. We're just gonna get pointed at the, let's see, normal? Yes, that is correct. Get that going. No, we did need to prograde at the same time, so it's right there. And we're gonna run out of fuel before we get out to it. Unfortunate. Alright, well, I've corrected the inclination, and I'm just gonna spend the rest of my fuel burning prograde here at the periapsis, where it's most efficient to do so, and hopefully push our apoapsis out close enough to the moon that it will interact with it at some point. It may or may not. We have no way of knowing. But there it is. It actually passes it. Excellent. We still have fuel. The slightest amount. And that might be enough even to bring our periapsis down into Kerbin orbit. Or Kerbin capture. So we're just going to leave it here. And see if we can get a moon flyby at some point. I got it! I had a very brief moon flyby while I was in time warp. That's it! We're done! And it put us on a collision course with Kerbin. Shit! Oh, that's... Actually, we're not on an interplanetary. We might be okay. We might be doomed, but we might be okay. We will have to find out, but we got it. We got the contract done. So, I think I should probably try to bring that periapsis up with this remaining fuel. If that's at all possible, but it probably isn't. And due to the time warping, we're past where it would have been effective to do any of this, but let's try with a radial out / prograde burn. Right about there. And that was all of our fuel. Yeah. Definitely didn't have enough to bring that out, but let's just find out if it kills us. I hope it doesn't. There's so many ups and downs in this mission. Ridiculous. And apparently all of this stuff is still pretty hot. At least I would assume it is from the glowing. But, oh, there's Kerbin. And we're now stuck on this. Okay, there we go. Down into the atmosphere. Oh, that is scary. Let's try to come in engine first if we can. Probably not, but maybe. Alright. Second moment of truth. Or I guess 100th. Whatever the case may be. Here we go. And we're coming in over land. That's nice. Oh, there's the tumble. Yep, can't come in engine first. It's okay. As long as nothing breaks. As long as nothing breaks, we will be fine. We are already under the cloud layer. Nothing broke. We've got it. We've got it in the bag. Just need a safe landing. Alright, here we come. Where is the shadow? Where's the shadow? Where's the shadow? There's the shadow. Let's deploy our chutes right about now. Alright. Gears deployed. Let's get down there. Let's finish this mission. I even recorded an ending for the episode back when I was still in orbit. And just hit that chance time warp encounter with the moon. That was amazing. Sweet, sweet redemption. The previous ending was so depressing. This is it. We've got it. We're gonna complete... Well, we already completed the Moon 3 course, but we can also complete the Gilly science. We're here. Recover. Bit of science. Very nice. What's most of that from? The Duna orbit. Okay. And our funds are doing well. And Jeb is now level 4. Great. And we've got the building glitch happening again. Yes. We got our... Hey. He was carrying scientific data. This goddamn glitchy bullshit. Ugh. Okay, well... Oh, it sucks. It sucks so much. I absolutely recovered all of that data. He had it on him. I didn't take it out of the... I'm dumb. He didn't have it on him. When we went for the EVA, I was in panic mode and just left it all there. Left it on the ship. Well, it's still on that ship. We could go for it at some point. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that ship is actually right there. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. At least we got the Moon 3 done. So that's it. We're going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.